Good morning everyone, my name is Mariel Gigan de Claro and my assigned topic is all about the history of BARM or what we call Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. So the Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao or ARM is an autonomous region of the Philippines located in the Mindanao Island group of the Philippines and that consists of 5 predominantly Muslim provinces. The first one is Basilan, except Isabela City, Lanao del Sur, Maguindanao, Sulu, and the last one, the Tawi-Tawi. It's the only region that is on government. The region's de facto set of government is Cotabato City, and that is the map of the provinces. So that maps of the 5 provinces. The brief history of the ARM or Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao. So Muslim missionaries arrived in Tawi-Tawi in 1380 and started the colonization of the area and the conversion of the native population to Islam. And 1457, the Sultanate of Sulu was founded, and not long after that the Sultanates of Maguindanao and Buayan were also established. And 1942, during the early stages of the Pacific War of the Second World War, troops of the Japanese Imperial Forces invaded in the Obreyan Mindanao, and the native Moro Muslims waged an insurgency against of the Japanese. So 3 years later, in 1945, combined United States and Philippine Commonwealth Army troops liberated Mindanao, and with the help of local guerrilla units, ultimately defeated the Japanese forces occupying that region. And August 1, 1989, the Republic Act 6734 or the Organic Act of the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao is signed into law by the President Corazon C. Aquino. On November 17, 1989, a plebiscite is conducted in the proposed areas of ARM 13 provinces in the 9 cities. To determine if the residents want to be part of the region, plebiscite was held in the provinces of Lanao del Sur, Maguindanao, Tawi-Tawi, Basilan, Davao del Sur, Lanao del Norte, North Cotabato, Palawan, South Cotabato, Sultan Kudarat, Sulu, Zamboanga City, Buanga del Norte, Zamboanga del Sur in the cities of Dapitan, Dipolog, Cotabato, General Marawi, Pagadian, Puerto Princess, and Zamboanga. And only 4 provinces, so that is Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, Maguindanao, and Lanao del Sur, chose to join the region. August 14, 2001, a plebiscite is held after the passage of the Expanded or Armed Law, RA 1954, determined if the 4 provinces were in favor of the amendments to RA 6734. Plebiscite was also held in 11 provinces and 14 cities to determine if the residents want to be included in the expanded of ARM. Plebiscite is held in the provinces of Basilan, Davao del Sur, Lanao del Norte, North Cotabato, Palawan, Sarangani, South Cotabato, Sultan Kudarat, Zamboanga del Norte, Zamboanga del Sur, and Zamboanga Sibugay. And it also conducted the cities of Cotabato, Dapitan, Dipolog, Digos, General Santos, Irigan, Isabela City, Coronadal City, Marawi City, Pagadian City, and Puerto Princesa City, Tacoro City, and Zamboanga City. And only Basilan province including Isabela City which remained as part of the Zamboanga Peninsula region. And the city of Marawi voted for inclusion in the new region. So that is the brief history of the BARM, the Bureau Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. So that's all. Thank you everyone.
Good morning everyone, I am Jessamine Escasan. Today I am going to discuss the Bangsamoro culture. First is traditional arts, music and dance. Sa music and dance ng Bangsamoro, mayroon sila mga traditional na instrumento na ginagamit tulad ng kulintang. Ito ay isang insimbol na mga gong na may iba't ibang laki at tunog. Pangalawa ay ang dabakan. Ito ay isang malaking tambol na ginagamit sa mga seremonya. Ang pangatlo ay ang suling. Ito ay isang uri ng float na gawa sa kahoy. At ang pangalawang traditional arts ng Bangsamoro ay ang weaving and textile. Sa weaving and textile ng Bangsamoro, mayroon silang colorful fabrics tulad ng malong. Ito ay isang tradisyonal na tubong tela na ginagamit ng mga babae at lalaki. May iba't ibang disenyo at kulay. Ang pisabit naman ay isang tradisyonal na kamiseta na may intricate na disenyo at kulay. Second, we have social norms. First, we have family ties. Strong emphasis on family and clan relationship. So, ibig sabihin, ang family ties naman ay itinuturing bilang pinakamahalagang unit ng lipunan. Second, respect for elders. Age and wisdom are highly respected. Ang mga nakakatanda ay pinarangalan at respetado dahil sa kanilang kaalaman at karanasan. Pangatlo ay ang hospitality. Guests are warmly welcome and treated with dignity. So maraming paraan ang pagpapakita ng pagiging hospitality. Una yung pagtanggap sa mga panauhin, pag-alay ng pagkain at pagpapakita ng respeto. Third, we have cuisine. First, halal food. Islamic dietary laws influence Bangsamoro cuisine. Ang halal food sa Bangsamoro ay tumutukoy sa mga pagkain na sumusunod sa mga alituntunin ng Islam sa pagkain. So meron tayong mga pagkaing halal dito. Ito ay ang karni ng baka. Bago kinakatay ang karni ng baka ay pinapatay nila ito ayon sa Islamic rituals. So second, meron din silang traditional dishes, piaparan or steamed rice cake, pianggang or chicken or fish cooked in coconut milk. Ang piaparan, ito ay isang uri ng steamed rice cake na ginagawa sa bigas, gata at asin. Karaniwang kinakain sa mga espesyal na okasyon. Pangalawa ay ang pianggang, ito ay isang uri ng chicken o fish cooked sa coconut milk. Ginagawa sa mga manok o isda, gata at sa mga espesyal. Karaniwang kinakain ito sa araw-araw. Last, we have festivals and celebrations. First, Eid al-Fitr marks the end of Ramadan. Eid al-Fitr, hari raya sa Ramadan, pagdiriwang sa pagtatapos ng Ramadan, ang buwan ng pag-aayuno sa Islam. Karaniwang ginagawa sa mga moske at komunidad kasama ang mga panalangin, pagkain at pagbibigay ng mga regalo sa mga bata. Pangalawa ay ang Eid al-Adha, celebrates the Prophet's Ibrahim sacrifice. Ang Eid al-Adha o Hari Raya sa Haji, pagdiriwang sa pag-alala sa pag-aalay ni Propeta Ibrahim. Karaniwang ginagawa sa mga moske at komunidad kasama ang mga panalangin, pag-aalay ng hayop at pagbibigay ng mga regalo. Hanggang dito na lang. Maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig.
Good morning, everyone. I am Nurhaida P. Ahmad, taking the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Filipino. My assigned topic is all about the norms and beliefs of Bangsamoro, Autonomous Region and Muslim Mindanao or BARM. So kapag sinabi nating BARM, it's talking about Muslim. So we have 6 major beliefs of Muslim or Bangsamoro. First, believe in the oneness of God. Muslim believe that God is the creator of all things and that God is all-powerful and all-knowing. So, mga Muslim ay naniniwala sila na isa lamang ang kanilang Panginoon. Number 2, believe in the angels of God. So, sila ay naniniwala rin sa mga angel na hindi nakikita. Number 3, believe in the books of God like Quran. So, ang Quran na ito ay napakahalaga para sa kanila dahil ito ay kanilang holy books. Number 4, believe in the prophets or messengers of God. So, ang pinaka-first prophet ay si Adam. So, ang mga Muslim ay naniniwala sa mga propeta. Number 5, believe in the day of judgments. So, ang mga Muslim ay naniniwala sa araw ng paghuhukom. At sa araw na iyan ay diyan nila malalaman kung saan sila mapupunta. Number 6, believe in the divine decree. This article of faith addressed the questions of God's will. So, yan ang mga beliefs or paniniwala ng mga Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. So now we are going to tackle about the religious norms of BARM. So for your information, when we say norms are the rules and expectations that guide the behavior and practices of individuals within a specific faith or religious community. So the norms of BARM, according to their marriage, both man and woman must willingly consent to the marriage before it can take place. Pag sinabi nating nika, ito yung ceremony ng kanilang kasal na kung saan ito ay nagbibigay ang lalaki ng dowry sa babae. So, ang secret marriage ay hindi inaalaw sa Muslim dahil ito ay pinagbabawal. Dapat ay malalaman ng both parents ang kanilang kasal. So, the last of the norms is socialization. So, ang mga kabataan ay tinuturuan na gumamit ng mga terminong tita, tito, lola, at lolo kapag tumutukoy sa mga nakakatanda dahil ito ay ang pagbibigay respeto sa mga nakakatanda. So, ito ay mga halimbawa ng norms of BARM. So, that's all. Thank you for listening.
Good day everyone, I am Charity Faith B. Febrada. So now I will discuss to you the traditions of BARM. BARM means Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. BARM has many traditions including weaving, handicrafts, and foods. Here are some of their traditions. First is Inaol. Inaol is a weaving traditions that symbolizes their royalty and dignity. So as you can see in the picture, the colors and tones used in the weaving reflect the Magindanaon culture. So it means ang mga Maguindanao people ang gumagamit nitong inaol na ito. It is known as malong kung sa atin. Malong ito, but tinatawag nila itong inaol. So, yung may pattern yun siya dyan. So, the green representing with peace, red for bravery, white for sadness, and black for dignity. So, next is the pandan bag. Pandan bag is made from pandan leaves and selal in the province of Maguindanao pa rin. As you can see in the picture, ito yung bayong. Bayong siya. So, next is the langkit. Langkit is a traditional Meranang fabric that is woven and or embroidered on a backstrap loom. It is often used as a neck ribbon or to highlight the landap or malong para mas makita talaga yung malong na ginagamit ng mga Meranao. So, ginagamit siyang neck ribbon. Ayan siya ang ginagawa. Ang langkit is came from the Lanao del Sur. So, next is the tepo. Tepo is a popular material for creating handicrafts. Handicrafts siya. Like mats in the province of, ang tepo na naman ay galing sa province of Tawi-Tawi. Then next is yakan tenon. Yakan tenon is a weaving tradition that is an essential representation of Yakan culture. Next is monom, a weaving tradition that is an expression of the Tidorai's cultural identity. Motifs are inspired by nature and their folk animistic beliefs. So, ang monom, ito yung mga nagamit ng mga Tidoray. Next is babander, a gong that is played by striking it with a pair of sticks, striking the rim with one stick, or laying it upside down, or striking the rim with two sticks. So, as you can see, in the picture, may nakikita kayong pair ng stick dyan. Next is Palabuni Bunyan, a musical tradition that includes 4 types of pieces, which is the binalig, sinulog, tidto, and tagunggo. The last is local or native delicacies. The local or native delicacies, the production, distribution, and consumptions of local and native delicacies provides a glimpse of the community's identity. So that's all. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Mary Grace D. Clemente. The assigned topic is about the Festival of Bangsamoro Autonomous Region of Mindanao. But before that, the Autonomous Region Philippines, located in Mindanao Island of the Philippines, which consists 5 provinces. That was the Basilan, Maguindanao, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, and Lanao del Sur. So ngayon, aalamin natin kung ano nga ba yung mga festival o yung mga pinagdidiriwang ng mga taga-Basilan. Ang kanilang una-unang pinagdidiriwang na festival ay tinatawag na Pakarajaan Festival. Pangalawa, ito yung Lami-Lamihan Festival. At ang mga iba pang kanilang mga ipinagdidiriwang na mga festival, ito ay tinatawag na Isra Walj Miraj. Ginaganap nila ito tuwing May 9. At ang Eid al-Fitr o tinatawag na Hari Raya Puasa. At lastly ay ang Maulid Nabi. Ito ay pinagdidiriwang rin nila tuwing December 27. So ngayon ay dadako na tayo sa Lanao del Sur Festival. Sa Lanao del Sur Festival naman ay ipinagdidiriwang din nila ang Kalilangan Lanao and the Cariala Festival. So next is the Maguindanao Festival. Sa Maguindanao Festival na naman ay ipinagdidiriwang nila ang Inaol Festival at ang Sagayan Festival. At ngayon naman ay sa Sulu. Sulu, ang una-unang festival na ipinagdidiriwang nila ay ang Venta, and then ang Raha Baginda Festival, and ang Mangustin Festival. So last is the Tawi-Tawi Festival. Sa Tawi-Tawi Festival ay isa lamang ang kanilang ipinagdidiriwang na festival. Ito ay ang tinatawag na Agal-Agal Festival. So that's all. Thank you.
Hello, good day everyone. I am Reina Rose Ohanola Silis, taking Bachelor of Secondary Major and Filipino. My assigned topic is all about the tourist spot in VARM, or what we call Bangsamoro Autonomous Region and Muslim Mindanao. A place with a deep history and path to self-governance. It's a mix of Muslim and native culture. A tourist attraction is a place of interest the tourists visit typically for its inherent or unexhibited natural or cultural value, historical significance natural, or built beauty offering leisure and amusement. Before we proceed to our destination, I just want to ask you a question. Did you hear the sayings that it's more fun in the Philippines? If you don't heard it, let's set our belt, relax, and enjoy our trip. Because now, we are going to visit the land of promise fulfilled, or VARM. The region VARM have three cities, namely Cotabato City, Marawi City, and Lamitan City. It also have 5 provinces, the Basilan, Lanao del Sur, Maguindanao, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. Cotabato City is a first-class independent component of city of VARM. The most tourist spot that belong or located in this city was Lake Cebu, Sultan Haji Hassal Bolkiah, Tamuntaka Church, Cushion Beach, New Israel Eco Adventure Park, Matigol Falls. Next, we are going to the Lamitan City. Most tourist spot located in this city was Bulingan Falls, Kalugusan Beach, Palm Beach, Lamitan Eco Park. Next, we are going to visit the next city, which is the Marawi City. The most tourist spot located in this city was Lake Lanao, Masjid Abu Bakar, Marawi Grand Mosque, Aga Khan Museum, and the last one was Dayawan Turungan. Province that we discussed was the Basilan. The most tourist spot located in this province was the Balagtasan Waterfalls, Sumagdang Beach, Malamawi Beach, Alano White Resort. And the last one was Isabela de Portugal Cathedral. We are going to the next province, which is Lanao del Sur. The known tourist spot that located in this province was the Mabol Beach, Lake Davao. Next is the Maguindanao province. The most and known tourist spot in this province was the Pink Mosque. This is the province of Sulu. The most tourist spot in this province was the Tinosi Island, Maubu Beach. Last province that we discussed for today was the Tawi-Tawi. The most tourist spot that located in this province was the Panampangan Beach, Budbungao, Bulubo Cave, Sheikh Karamol Macdo Mosque, and the last one was Umapoy Island. That's all, and thank you for watching.
The Bangsamoro, officially the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or the so-called BARM, is an autonomous region located in the southern Philippines. Replacing the Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or the ARMM, the BARM consists of 5 predominantly Muslim provinces. It is the only region in the Philippines that has its own government. Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Ako po si Angeline Galapin Abaran mula sa BSED Filipino 4, ang huling tagaulat mula sa huling grupo. Sa puntong ito ating pag-uusapan ang kalagayang pang-ekonomiya ng BARM. Ang ulat na ito ay halaw mula sa economic report ng OIC Regional Director of Philippine Statistic Authority ng BARM na si Engineer Acantula. Ayon pa kay Engineer Acantula, BARM's 2023 economic performances surges by 4.3% in 2023. Ngayon, ating tatalakayin ang kompletong ulat ng kalagayang pang-ekonomiya ng BARM sa kasalukuyan. Cotabato City, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, or the BARM, 2023 economic performances surged by 4.3% according to the Philippine Statistic Authority, or the PSA, with a 11.9 billion increase in the region estimated gross domestic product. As per PSA BARM's data released on April 25, the region's GDP grew from 280.3 billion in 2022. So sa taong 2022 yun. Sa taong 2023, tumaas ito ng kaunti na mayroong GDP na 292.2 billion. Although lower than the 6.6 billion growth recorded in 2022, it remains a positive indication of the region's economic performances. According to the report on the 2023 economic performances of BARM or PSA BARM presented by Engineer Acantula, the region's 2023 economy is predominantly service-based, ranking 16th among the 17th region in the country. Ayon pa kay Engineer Acantula, the main driver of our economy right now is our services. Dagdag pa niya, we shifted from being agricultural-based to now being service-based. Second to this is agriculture, while industry is in the third. The 2023 Gross Regional Domestic Product or the GRDP of the region has mainly driven by gross value added by three major sectors. Mayroong three major sectors na nakakapag-ambag o may malaking ambag sa kalagayang pang-ekonomiya ng BARM. Una rito ay ang kanilang primarily services at 119.9 billion na sinusundan naman ng kanilang agrikultura, forestry, and fishing na mayroong 101.8 billion at ang kanilang industriya na mayroong 100.18 billion. Consequently, the growth in the region GRDP resulted in an increase of per capita GRDP by 2.2%, which is estimated at 58,217. So kung i-compare natin sa previous years recorded, meron silang 56,970 out of 4.3% growth. So 4.3 ang growth ng kanilang ekonomiya. So ang share ng services doon ay 2.7%. Samantalang ang kanilang forestry, agriculture, and fishing ay mayroong 1.0% share. At ang kanilang industriya naman ay mayroong 0.6 share. Dagdag kaalaman, ang GRDP ay isang tool to monitor the access, the economic performances, and the development of the specific region. Particularly, it serves a pivotal role in economic measurement, quantifying the total value of all goods and services within a region over a specific period. Okay, sa kabuuan, ang kalagayang pang-ekonomiya ng BARM ay tumaas ng 4.3% mula noong taong 2022. Dagdag pa rito, malaking ambag ang kanilang agrikultura, tulad din ng forestry, fishing, at yung mismong industriya nila sa pag-angat ng kanilang ekonomiya. Sa kabilang banda, malaki ang tulong ng kanilang mga primarily services sa pag-angat ng kanilang ekonomiya. Kung umabot ka sa video ito, maraming salamat sa pakikinig at panonood. Sa kabuuan ng huling grupo na nag-iiwan ng katagang, dakilang karangalan ay mananatiling sa Diyos lamang. God bless everyone!